So first, I want to comment on, does people's first language really matter? Absolutely. We read that article in class. It's so important. It's the biggest thing about it is referring to an individual by their strengths and who they are rather than their weaknesses. And I think that's something that we often forget and we often don't do. So I think that is one thing that is really important when it comes to people's first language. And, you know, we want to be all considered as individuals who are equal and who all have a part in the world. So I think that's really important. How does the media portray individuals with disabilities? Positive light and negative light. You know, we have social media where we have these videos and these memes that are mean and cruel and kind of dig down into people's lives that they probably most likely don't even know, which is really frustrating. But then we have a bright light in social media, like there's a Snapchat show called Born Different, and it's all about getting a peep into somebody's life who is different and who has a disability, and, you know, just kind of seeing their community and how they live life and how they're normal and how they're everyday people just like everyone else in the world. I really like that show. If you haven't gotten it on your Snapchat, I suggest it. You see all kinds of people all over the world and their struggles and their strengths, and it's really beautiful to see. Some TV shows that I think that really bring a positive light. One is The Secret Life of the American Teenager. It's kind of an older show. I watched it when I was growing up, and there was an individual with Down syndrome, and he was awesome. The show is basically kind of about, you know, the coming of age and as a teenager and learning about sex and all these really mysterious and secretive things. And there was this individual who he brought so much light to it. He questioned everybody. He wanted answers, and, you know, he was so himself and so unique, and no one in the show, you know, there was never really a bullying moment, or they often came to him for advice, which I thought was really refreshing. There's also a whole show about individuals who are deaf and the deaf community, and that show is called Switch at Birth, which I think is really cool. One of the winners, either he was a top winner or runner-up for America's Next Top Model. He was a deaf contestant, and, you know, he had to go through leaps and hurdles to understand and to communicate with everybody, but that show actually put the effort to do that with him as well. So that's really cool, and a positive light to these reality TV shows that are competitions, which I don't think I've ever seen any other individual like that in a competition show, but I think that that was really awesome. But yeah, there's light and there's dark, and a lot of the times the darkness sometimes overpowers the brightness, but we just need to keep showing that in social media because it's so huge in our society and so huge in our future, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and stronger. So if we just are able to kind of pop that light in there whenever we can, you know, have those shares and views, or, you know, share a commercial that we saw, because there's definitely a commercial I've seen. I don't remember what the brand is, but there is a brand that had a commercial that their main model was an individual with Down syndrome, and there's so many out there that also have individuals in wheelchairs and all of that. So we just need to start pushing that a little more. But